Welcome to the Director's Corner with Alea J. Throughout the years, I've always been writing in my journals, but my mother started to see how I began to write a script, and that script was called Kara's Diary. I wrote it while I was in middle school, so when she seen that, she was like, you know what, I gotta put you into a program that deals with script writing, and she put me into a program called Harambe. Now this program was for TV, film, students who were into the arts basically. So I attended it that summer and it was so much fun. They showed me the behind the scenes of how movies were made. I got to edit, I got to write, I got to direct and act of course, but I just fell in love with just the cinematic brilliance, so to speak, like how everything was being made. Now, after that summer, I did short films and skits and stuff like that. I went back to high school, and that freshman year of high school, I had basketball. So I was doing basketball and I was doing filming. So freshman orientation for basketball, I sat with my mom and we went over the schedule for basketball and as well as for Harambe. And my mother looked at it and she looked at me and she said, you're gonna have to make a decision whether you want to do basketball or continue to attend Harambe. So I made that decision and I said, you know what? I want to attend Harambe because that was where my passion was. That's where I felt most, how can I say it? I felt very at ease, so to speak. Like it felt something that just came natural out of me. Now basketball, it was fun, but it was more of a hobby. Like I didn't mind playing it just for an after school activity. So I did Harambe, and from then I just soared in doing films. And while I was attending Harambe, I did stuff like Chantel's Dream. I will show you a clip of that.
I'm standing for long before I punch you in your face.
Yeah, and what's that gonna solve? Nothing.
Well, it's people like me that have to go through it, so fine.
I also did another one. It was a spoof called The Orphan. It was from the movie Orphan, and I made a remake from that. She's in, like, really a little beast.
This is a very nice house.
You're just as much a part of this family as Dale and Max are.
There's truly something going on with Esther.
And then I went on to do just different little skits and things like that. And I met a whole bunch of cool friends from attending Harambe, and it was so much fun. But I say that to say I had to make a decision. I couldn't do everything. I couldn't play basketball, I couldn't skate, I couldn't dance, I couldn't do hair, and I couldn't do all those different things. You know, I had to pick which one was it, and I had to focus on it. And that was filmmaking. So I went from acting, playing basketball, and I went into doing films. Now that's the brilliant story of how Miss Alea Joy Sand went from just acting to making films. And I remember, you know, after I decided to go into filmmaking, a lot of my friends on the team, they were like, man, Alea, really? Like, you're not gonna come back on the team? And I'm like, no guys, sorry, I want to do filmmaking, you know, so I had to make that decision. So for this episode of the Director's Corner with Alea J, I want everybody that's watching this to make sure that you personally decide what you want to do. You follow your dream, you follow your passion, and you go with it. I mean, you might have something that you do like, you may have 2 or 3 things that you like, but you have to pick one, you know, and then let that one dream or whatever you want to do, let that be the stepping stone for, you know, everything else that you want to do to follow with that. So I hope you guys got something out of this episode, and I'm excited to see you guys on next week's show. Bye. I'm Alea J, and you're watching the Director's Corner.